Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Back when I did my Fallout 4 AMD build, I had asked you guys if you wanted to see me do an Intel and NVIDIA build, and I kind of held off until after Fallout 4's release, and I decided I wanted to do sort of a holiday-themed build. Well, at least it's a build in December, so it's the December 2015 Intel NVIDIA build for you guys. I didn't really set too much of a budget on this. I guess I kind of wanted to be around $1,000, but we went a little bit over that. If I'm being honest. So we're coming in at under $1,500 though, for an absolute beast of a 1080p gaming PC. They could probably push 1440 in some titles, not everything, but we'll talk about that. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. And yes, I am wearing a Santa mask, and it keeps going over my mouth, and it's annoying as fuck, but I'm trying to entertain you. I hope it's working. You better appreciate it, that's all I'm saying. Appreciate it. Appreciate the effort. I got fucking lights, guys. I got lights. Like, do you see this? I adorned the Slunt Cave with lights. Fucking lights. You know how I feel about lights. You've seen how I feel about lights. So starting things off, we are here with the case. Gonna go with the NZXT S340. Really solid, nice looking case, and I love the all-black design of this. They really took what they had going with the H440 and kind of redefined it here with the S340, made it a little bit more affordable for people, and also gives you a lot of room up front for water cooling, which we are going to be taking advantage of in this case later on in the video, which we'll see with the water cooler. But really just love the all-black stealth look of this case. They do have other options, which are a little bit more expensive. They have a black and blue one here for $97, black and red for $94, and an all-white edition for $114 nearly. But the all-black flavor is $87. That's the one I like the best. That's the one I'd go with personally. But if you want to spend the little extra money to get something in a color scheme that you like, then by all means go for it. After that, we've got our motherboard here, going with the Asus 1150 motherboard. That's right, we're going Z97. We're not going to go up to Skylake. We're going to help try to keep cost in line a little bit. Maybe you can even recycle DDR3 out of an older system if you do have a DDR3 memory already laying around, which is definitely going to be beneficial for you if you do already have that. So, but we're going to go with the 1150 here on this Asus board. Really nice, solid board, decent feature set, stable, good power delivery, all that good stuff. It has everything on there you're going to basically need to get you off the ground and running in a good, solid performing motherboard that should give you decent power delivery for the overclocking as well. For the CPU, we are going with the i7-4790K, which is only $299 right now compared to Skylake, which is up around $370 or $380 around there, depending on where you go. For the processor, only here $300 on the 4790K. That way you got an i7, which we've seen in a lot of open world titles recently, the likes of Fallout 4, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, GTA 5, Witcher 3 even, really eating up the CPU as a powerful resource. We're going to want to go ahead and protect ourselves for those type of open world titles with a strong i7-4790K, which is also a hell of an overclocker, or you could just take it out of the box and just put it on the Turbo Boost 4.4 and you're going to be good to go. After that, we've got our memory here, just in case you don't already have memory. We're going with this black signature PNY XLR8 16GB DDR3 kit at 1866 megahertz. It's going to be more than enough for your gaming needs. On the graphics card, I chose to go with the EVGA GTX 970 SSC edition, mostly because I have one in my test rig. That's the primary card that I have in my test rig because it's just a real workhorse of a card, especially for gaming at 1080p. It's an absolute tank, and you don't need to worry about putting an overclock on it. You can take it out of the box, put it in your system, and it's already going to be boosting up over 1400 on the GPU without breaking a sweat. It's going to run cool when it's doing that, and I can crank out games like Witcher 3 on this with Hairworks off, everything else maxed out at 1080p and get a solid 60 frames. So if it can push that game, in my opinion, it's a very strong card. Still here in 2015 with the 4GB of video memory in there, despite the 3.5GB gate. Honestly, it's really not as big of an issue as a lot of people make it out to be. The 970 is still a very strong GPU, and I'm going to be running a comparison pretty soon between the 970 SSC and the new 970 hybrid, so keep an eye out for that video coming pretty soon. But really strong card. And the cooler we're going to put on the CPU is actually the Enermax Liqtech 240 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, you could save some money on this build, obviously, if you wanted to, and knock this down and go ahead and grab an air cooler, but I wanted to put a little bit more into this build and take advantage of the S340, being as we could do a front-mounted radiator here with this 240mm radiator, just like I did in my Dark Slant Rising test rig. I have this exact cooler front mounted in the Define R5, which is kind of similar to the interior layout of the S340 in some ways, at least in the ways that you can take advantage of that front mounted radiator mounting if you'd like to on the S340, and that's why I've chosen to go with that here. And the Enermax cooler is just an amazing cooler. Runs really cool, super duper quiet. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it, honestly. And I really think it's one of the best AIOs out there right now in this size, in this price range. Really one of the best out there that you can get. For the power supply, as with all my builds pretty much this year, EVGA once again, 750 G2 gold rated, fully modular power supply. Absolute beast, using that Superflower PSU in there, branded by EVGA, and a 750 watt, which is going to be more than enough to power the system, giving you nice clean power in a gold rated fully modular power supply solution with the all black cables as well, which is nice, so you don't have those nasty mustard cables going through your system. For the SSD, the 240 gigabyte SanDisk Ultra II, these have pretty much been on sale, fluctuating since Black Friday, so if you are watching this in December, jump on these right now. I just picked up a bunch of these in the 960 gigabyte versions for $199 over Black Friday. Those have jumped up right now to $240, which is still an amazing deal on a nearly 1 terabyte SSD. But for the purposes of just getting a boot drive up and running, 240 gig is a nice size, and you could do that for $80 here, but if you want to go ahead and bump that up, you can. Or if you're just looking for an SSD, by all means, that 960 gig, absolute beast of a steal and a really fast, solid SSD. I've been very pleased with the performance in there. Matching that up with like my 850 EVOs, it's going like pretty much neck and neck with the 850 EVO on read and write speeds, throwing files back and forth between the two. Absolutely awesome SSD. I love these things. And then for the storage on the mechanical drive for the main system, we're going with the 2 terabyte HGST Desk Star, 32 megabyte cache. As you guys have known in the past as well, I've talked about these drives being some of the most reliable mechanical hard drives that you can get, according to various tests that have been done online through some websites. I'll actually link to those down in the description below if I can remember about that, where they tested them against like Seagate, Western Digital, things like that, to see what was the most reliable mechanical hard drive, and HGST came out ahead of them, and that's why I choose to use those in my main system, and why I always say that they are the most reliable mechanical drives that you can get. So that's why they get a very strong recommendation for me for all of my mechanical storage. Not sponsored by them, by the way. They've never sent me anything. I just buy all of their hard drives because they're great. But that's going to wrap it up for the December 2015 build. I hope you guys did enjoy the video and appreciated the Santa get up and the bokeh bulbs in the background, having the Christmas lights back there. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys once again for watching. Let me know what you thought about the Intel NVIDIA build down below. And if you'd like to maybe see me do monthly builds in the future, you know, every month maybe we can meet up and do a monthly build. Maybe we can alternate between Intel, NVIDIA, AMD, see what's up. I don't know, maybe take your guys' suggestions on different types of themed builds and price points you'd like to see. And I could definitely do those in the future. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I will catch you guys next time. Tara, and get this beard out of my face! Jesus.